You have established in this book that human beings have been drinking for a very long time and for very deep social purposes. How did it start?
So I was told, and I think most of us are told, that alcohol, to the extent we think about the beginning of alcohol, we think of it as a kind of byproduct or accidental discovery after we had agriculture. The way I thought of it was we got agriculture, we started growing grains, we started making bread, and then one day someone leaves their sourdough starter out for too long and it starts to ferment, and they drink it and think, oh, that's kind of interesting, and we have beer. So in that story, alcohol was kind of an afterthought to civilization. What really surprised me was the archaeological evidence suggests it's the other way around. So hunter-gatherers were gathering together in big groups to have festivals, to do rituals at these really impressive ritual sites with these massive stone pillars, kind of like mini stone hedges, and drinking. They were drinking some substance or huge vats along with the remains of the feast that they were eating. Maybe those vats contain water. I really doubt it. We know people were making beer at this point in the Fertile Crescent, and probably hallucinogen-laced beer. So they were gathering and getting intoxicated a couple thousand years before we had agriculture. And so the story now, this is the so-called beer before bread hypothesis, is that it's actually the drive to get intoxicated that motivated people to settle down and start trying to make alcohol in a serious way. And then we got bread. So we actually settled down to make beer, and then we discovered, well, you could also make this thing to eat the next morning, soak up the alcohol. So that surprised me. And in this sense, in a very direct way, our drive to get intoxicated is what caused us to create civilization, because agriculture is the basis of civilization. And then once we got into civilization, it gave us a tool for helping us to cope with all the challenges of living in civilized societies.
So you talk a lot about alcohol and trust between human beings. Give us a sense of how that works.
Well, in the same way that when we meet, we shake hands, right? We shake right hands. I'm showing you that I'm not carrying a weapon. And now we can sit down and I can't harm you. I'm disarmed. If you sit down with someone and you do a couple shots of baijiu, the sort of liquor that is used at Chinese banquets, you're doing the same thing cognitively. You're taking out your prefrontal cortex and putting it on the table and saying, I am cognitively disarmed. I am less able to lie. I'm less able to cheat. And I'm more likely to like you. I've become more open cognitively to you. And that's an appealing thing.